Picture this. You're sitting around a crackling campfire, stars scattered across the velvet sky above, and your crush is laughing at your terrible joke about s'mores. The flickering flames dance across their face, and suddenly you realize this. Camping trip isn't just about escaping civilization, it's about discovering something real between you two. But here's what nobody tells you about camping with your crush. It's equal parts magical and terrifying, revealing truths about compatibility you never knew existed. Ready to discover what really happens when you trade Wi-Fi for wilderness with someone who makes your heart skip a beat? The moment you suggest a camping trip to your crush, everything changes. Suddenly, you're not just planning a weekend getaway. You're orchestrating what could be the most romantic disaster or the perfect love story beginning. The weeks leading up to departure are filled with overthinking every detail. Will they think you're too outdoorsy? Not outdoorsy enough? What if you snore? What if they hate your camping coffee? But here's the beautiful truth. Camping strips away all pretenses. There's no perfect lighting, no carefully curated Instagram moments, and definitely no hiding behind technology. You'll see each other at your most authentic messy hair, no makeup, probably smelling like campfire smoke and bug spray. This raw authenticity becomes the foundation of something deeper than surface level attraction. The planning phase reveals compatibility in ways you never expected. Are they excited about hiking that challenging trail, or do they prefer the scenic route? Do they pack like a minimalist or bring everything, including the kitchen sink? These seemingly small details paint a picture of how they approach life's adventures. Nerves are completely normal. You're essentially signing up for an extended sleepover in the wilderness with someone you're trying to impress. The key is embracing the imperfection. Some of the most beautiful moments happen when things don't go according to plan, when you're both laughing about the tent you can't figure out or sharing trail mix while slightly lost on a hiking path. The anticipation builds. As departure day approaches, you've checked and rechecked your packing list, researched the weather, and maybe even practiced setting up your tent in the backyard. But no amount of preparation can prepare you for the emotional journey you're about to embark on. This isn't just camping. It's a crash course in compatibility, communication, and connection. Remember, they said yes to this adventure with you. That's already a win. They could have chosen to spend their precious weekend time anywhere else, but they chose to share this experience with you. Let that confidence carry you as you load the car and head toward whatever wilderness awaits. Nothing quite compares to that first evening at the campsite. You've successfully navigated the drive, hopefully without any major arguments about directions, found your spot, and now comes the real test, setting up camp together. This is where you discover if you're a dream team or if one of you has serious control issues about tent assembly. The magic starts small. Maybe they hand you tent stakes without being asked, or they naturally take charge of organizing the cooler while you handle the shelter. These micro moments of teamwork create an intimacy that's impossible to replicate in normal dating scenarios. You're literally building your temporary home together, and there's something profoundly bonding about that shared purpose. As the sun starts to set, the atmosphere shifts entirely. The daytime logistics fade away, replaced by something softer and more intimate. You're gathering firewood together, your hands accidentally brushing as you both reach for the same log. The conversation flows differently here without the distractions of city life. You're actually listening to each other in a way that feels revolutionary. Though let's be honest about the panic moments too. What if the weather turns bad? What if you can't get the fire started and you both just sit there in awkward darkness? What if one of you is a secret camping perfectionist who criticizes everything? These worries are natural, but here's what usually happens instead. You become a team facing these small challenges together. The first campfire is pure magic. There's something primal and romantic about sitting across from your crush while flames dance between you. Conversations that would feel forced in a restaurant flow naturally here. You share stories, dreams, maybe even some fears. The darkness creates a cocoon of intimacy where vulnerability feels safe. Food tastes different around a campfire. Everything is more delicious, more satisfying. Whether you're roasting hot dogs or attempting some elaborate camping cuisine, you're sharing more than a meal. You're sharing an experience that connects you to something fundamental about human connection. As bedtime approaches, there's that moment of truth about sleeping arrangements. Even if you've planned separate tents or sleeping bags, there's an awareness of each other's proximity that's both thrilling and nerve-wracking. You're sharing space in the most literal sense, and that creates an intimacy that's impossible to ignore. Dawn in the wilderness reveals everything. There's no hiding behind perfect morning routines or strategic lighting. You wake up with tent hair, possibly some mysterious camping-related stains, and breath that definitely needs attention. And you know what? This is where real attraction either deepens or fades. The morning coffee ritual becomes sacred. Whether you're a camp stove perfectionist or a simple instant coffee person, sharing that first warm cup while watching the sunrise creates a memory that'll outlast most fancy dinner dates. You're seeing each other at your most natural sleepy, unguarded, and beautifully human. This is when honest conversations happen. Something about the fresh air and natural setting makes people more open. You might find yourself sharing dreams you've never told anyone, or learning about their childhood camping memories. The vulnerability that emerges isn't forced, it's as natural as breathing. Camping reveals character in unexpected ways. How do they handle the portable camping bathroom situation? Let's be real, this is important information. Do they help clean up breakfast, or do they assume someone else will handle it? Are they patient when the camp stove won't light, or do they get frustrated with small inconveniences? The beauty of morning camping conversations is their authenticity. You're not performing for each other anymore, you're just being. You might discuss the weird sounds you heard during the night, debate the best hiking trail for the day, or simply sit in comfortable silence while watching wildlife. These moments of genuine companionship are worth more than 100 perfectly orchestrated dates. Physical comfort becomes beautifully simple. A hand on the shoulder while you're pouring coffee, sitting close while planning the day's activities, or the casual intimacy of sharing a camping chair. These touches feel more meaningful in the wilderness setting. There's no pressure or expectation, just natural affection emerging organically. You start to see how they problem solve together. Maybe the weather changed overnight, or you discover the hiking trail you planned is closed. How do they adapt? Are they flexible and adventurous, or do they get stressed when plans change? These are crucial compatibility insights that would take months to discover in normal dating situations. The morning planning session reveals so much about partnership potential. Are they considerate of your interests and energy levels? Do they listen to your input, or do they already have everything decided? This collaborative decision-making process is relationship gold. Treasure these insights. Day 2 and beyond is where camping with your crush transforms from novelty to genuine relationship insight. You've survived the first night, navigated morning routines, and now you're facing real adventures together. This is where you discover if you're truly compatible adventurers, or if one of you is just putting on a brave face. Hiking together reveals relationship dynamics that would take months to surface in traditional dating. Are they encouraging when you need a break, or do they get impatient? Do they share water without being asked? How do they handle navigation disagreements? These trail moments are relationship metaphors disguised as outdoor activities. The beauty of extended outdoor time is how it strips away social media personas and reveals authentic selves. You can't curate your experience when you're sweating up a mountain trail or trying to start a stubborn campfire. This authenticity creates connection opportunities that simply don't exist in restaurant or movie date settings. Shared challenges become bonding experiences. Maybe you encounter unexpected weather, get briefly lost, or face equipment failures. How you handle these mini crises together provides crucial insight into your potential as partners. Do you support each other, maintain humor, and work as a team? Or do stress and discomfort bring out incompatible sides of your personalities? Evening conversations around the campfire deepen as comfort levels increase. You might find yourselves discussing future dreams, past relationships, family dynamics, or life philosophies. The natural setting seems to invite deeper sharing, and the lack of digital distractions means you're actually present for these important conversations. Physical attraction often intensifies in camping settings. There's something appealing about seeing your crush in their element, whether they're confidently handling camp tasks or adorably struggling with unfamiliar outdoor activities. The combination of fresh air, physical activity, and extended time together creates natural chemistry that's hard to replicate elsewhere. You also discover practical compatibility factors that matter for long-term relationships. How do they handle discomfort? Are they flexible when things don't go as planned? Do they contribute equally to camp tasks? Or do they expect someone else to handle the less glamorous aspects of outdoor living? The final night often brings clarity about your feelings. And compatibility. You've seen each other at your most natural, worked through challenges together, and shared experiences that created genuine intimacy. Whether this camping trip leads to a deeper relationship or helps you realize you're not compatible, it provides authentic insight that traditional dating rarely offers. Camping with your crush isn't just about s'mores and stargazing. It's about discovering authentic compatibility in the most natural setting possible. You'll return home with genuine insights about partnership potential, unforgettable shared memories, and clarity about your feelings that no amount of traditional dates could provide. Ready to plan your own romantic camping adventure? Start with choosing a location that offers both beauty and manageable challenges for your experience levels. Pack thoughtfully, communicate openly about expectations, and remember, the best camping trips aren't perfect, they're authentic. The Leap. Book that campsite. Your future self will thank you for choosing adventure over another dinner and movie night.